আমরা আজকে কি ডিসকাস করব? অ্যাসিড বেস ব্যালেন্স। Okay, this little bit of thing is left in our acid base balance and pH and buffer. Actually this is under pH and buffer. So কি হয় এখানে? There is something you must know that is called limiting pH. Okay, so what is your limiting pH? Limiting pH means whenever the pH goes below 4.5, okay, there is no further hydrogen secretion, neither there is secretion. Okay, so H plus secretion stops when the pH comes into 4.5. That is called your limiting pH. That means whenever your body pH comes in 4.5, of course the person will be dead if the blood pH comes. What I am calling here is the renal pH factor. Okay, it limits the secretion of hydrogen, just like we have saw previous day that hydrogen ion was secreting. It will stop the procedure when the renal pH comes under or around 4.5. So this is called limiting score or limiting pH. So what is the importance? Whenever there is limiting pH, this limiting pH can't be reached in PCT. Why? Because PCT had their own buffers. Which three buffers? First was hydrogen, second was bicarb, not actually hydrogen, hydrogen is a factor here. So phosphate buffer, bicarb buffer and also ammonia buffer. Those three buffers we have already seen. তিনটে এখানে স্ট্রাকচার করে আমরা কিভাবে বাইকার্ব, কিভাবে ফসফেট আর কিভাবে অ্যামোনিয়া একসাথে আসছিল আমরা অলরেডি ডিসকাস করেছি। মেকানিজম তোমাদের খাতায় আঁকা আছে। ওকে, on the last day we have all drawn these things. So today you understand that this limiting pH cannot be reached at PCT because already they have these buffers, very excellent buffers. These excellent buffers actually do their job pretty well. So in PCT limiting pH cannot be reached, but this limiting pH can be reached in other renal tubules such as your renal tubule or excretory tubule. Okay, ডান দিকে যেটা থাকে renal tubule ওখানে হতে পারে, and also it can reach your DCT. So in DCT, in renal tubule, in these areas your limiting pH can be reached because in these areas these buffers isn't present inherently. Okay, in PCT since the control is much better, the limiting pH will not be reached here. So এরা কি করবে? So in these cases there are no buffers to negate this downfall of pH, or if there is any abnormality of pH here, since there are not so much buffers present, okay, this DCT and renal tubule they will have their specific procedures by which they will be controlling their pH. So and also this procedure is called the maintaining of acid base balance in these levels. So acid base balance in PCT is controlled by buffer. Acid base balance in other tubules, other renal tubules are controlled by some other mechanisms. Only two mechanisms, very small mechanisms. Okay, এক্ষুনি আমরা সেটা নিয়ে ডিসকাস করব। তো এই যে renal tubule যেটা বলছিলাম ওটাকে আরেকটা কি বলে? কালেক্টিং ডাক্ট, রাইট? কালেক্টিং ডাক্ট। So in collecting duct, whenever the acidification happens, so pH 4.5 means there is acidification. So since the urine in collecting duct there is collection of urine, so the urine acidification is so much that H plus secretion will be stopped. But to negate that factor there are some basic inherent mechanisms, two mechanisms. Okay, so in collecting duct there are two kind of cells, তোমরা already anatomy তে পড়বে, principal cells and also the other cells are intercalated cells. Lekho, principal cells are intercalated cells. So this principal cells doesn't take any direct action. These intercalated cells are taking the direct action in maintaining this acid base balance in collecting duct. In short, they prevent acidification of urine or urine alkalosis. They prevent both ways. Okay, the both are, there are safety mechanisms, এক্ষুনি আমরা বলবো সেটা। So in intercalated cells these things happens. Depending upon which mechanism is happening, these intercalated cells are termed as either intercalated cell A or intercalated cell B. Okay, cano A, cano B, ekhoni bujhe jabe, very easy. So what are the mechanisms happening here? So in first scenario, okay, let us think that এটা একটা intercalated cell আছে. So this is your intercalated cell. Then similarly, this is your urinary lumen, same picture, urinary lumen, and here your blood vessels or capillaries. So this is your blood vessels or capillaries. This is your intercalated cell, and this is your urinary lumen. Urinary lumen. Okay, don't go by my handwriting, it's very bad. So tatari kore just bojo. Intercalated cell, blood vessel or capillaries, surrounding capillaries, and urinary lumen. The similar picture like previous day, just in this case instead of PCT cells you will be getting your collecting duct cells, which is your intercalated cell. Hello. So ki hoy now, in first case this is type A. Why will be calling it type A? Because whenever there is acidosis, this cell comes into action. So A for acidosis. তাহলে আমাকে basic বলো, what will be calling the cells type B and when will be calling the cells type B? When there is alkalification of urine. Okay, alkali means base. So whenever there is alkalification of urine, the intercalated cells which controls that alkalification will be called type B cells. Since they control the acidification of urine, এদেরকে আমরা বলছি type A. Type A মানে acidification control যারা করবে, type B মানে যারা alkalification করবে, alkali আরেক নাম base, তাই type B, acid base. Very easy. So that's why you understand why they are named as such, type A and type B. Okay, so how this function happen? এত কিছু বললাম. So this happens with two main important proteins. Two main important proteins, exchanger proteins. What are they? They are hydrogen, okay, and potassium. H plus K plus ATPase. এটার নাম তোমরা অলরেডি এখন ফ্যামিলিয়ার, অনেকবার আমরা এখানে ডিসকাস করেছি এইসব পাম্প গুলো. So this is a pump, and here this is another thing which is chloride bicarbonate exchanger. Chloride bicarbonate exchanger. This is this was the example of that, you know, antipode. Okay, chloride bicarbonate antipode or exchanger already আমরা ওখানে ডিসকাস করেছি. So chloride bicarbonate আমরা এখানে exchanger লিখি, exchanger or antipode, and here hydrogen potassium ATPase, H plus K plus ATPase pump. So these two proteins are very important, যা করার এরাই করবে. কিভাবে করবে? Now think there is alkalification of urine. Okay, so sorry, acidification of urine, A for acidification. তো কি হবে যদি acidification হয়? That means your hydrogen ions are accumulating. Your hydrogen ions are accumulating. Hydrogen ions যত accumulate হবে, we know that it will get acidic. The acidic nature will be formed because of accumulation of H plus ions. This is known concept. So তার মানে কি হচ্ছে, এখানে আমার H plus ion বেশি হয়ে যাচ্ছে. That is increase in H plus ion levels. So what do we have to do? We can do two things on base of previous, you know, experience on previous classes. তোমরা already বুঝতে পারছো কি করব. Either we can excrete it or we can, you know, take away bicarb. কারণ bicarb আমার নিলে কি হবে, HCO3 plus H সেই যে H2CO3, then মানে কার্বনিক অ্যানহাইড্রাইজের হেল্পে, then কি হবে, কার্বনিক অ্যানহাইড্রাইজের হেল্পে H2CO3 ভেঙে যাবে, CO2 and H2. So in this way we can either excrete the H plus or we can reabsorb this bicarbonate. So very easy. Bicarbonate reabsorb করলে কি হবে, they will be ultimately forming those H2O and CO2. Okay, and ultimately it will be negated. Okay, and H plus exceed করলে কি হবে, already your the, you know, factor which was, you know, causing your acidification, তুমি already ওটাকে বার করে দিচ্ছ, you are already excreting it, so already acidification কমবে. So by these two mechanism, তাহলে এবার তোমরা ইজিলি বুঝতে পারছো why hydrogen potassium ATPase pump is important, because with this pump this hydrogen goes outside, and with this pump chloride bicarb exchanger, chloride এখানে চলে আসে, bicarb will be reabsorbed into your blood vessels or capillaries, and they are whatever where they are happening, intercalated cells, they are present in both the surfaces of the intercalated cells, opposite surfaces depending on their necessity or depending on their need, যে ওটা কি করতে চাইছে সেই নিড অনুযায়ী এটা এরকম হবে। So this is the first mechanism, okay, when you have to negate the acidification. Similar thing, when you have to negate the alkalification, okay, then we will be calling it type B cells, okay, and very interestingly এগুলো just exchange হয়ে যায়, এগুলো interchange হয়ে যায়, they are interchanged. So now in this case there will be hydrogen, potassium, ATPase, H plus K plus ATPase will be here now, আর এখানে কি হবে, chloride bicarb exchanger. Similarly, whenever there is increase in basification or alkalification of your cell, কি হচ্ছে, তার মানে এখানে কিন্তু bicarb বাড়ছে. So whenever there is increase in bicarb, sorry SSB minus, whenever there is increase in bicarb, তোমরা জানো the cell is getting alkali, so alkalification হচ্ছে. So similarly আমরা কি করতে পারি, either we can release the extra bicarb to negate the effect, and আমরা কি করতে পারি, potassium নয়, we can also reabsorb the hydrogen যদি আমরা নিই, then we can easily negate the alkalification because it is a acidic material. So by these two things, similarly তাহলে বুঝতে পারছো হাইড্রোজেন, পটাশিয়াম, ATPase এই হেল্প করবে এই H+ রিঅ্যাবজর্পশনে, and এখানে আমার কি চলে আসবে, chloride bicarb exchanger. Now you can ask, স্যার এটা কিভাবে হয়, এমনি বমনি বললাম হয়ে গেল? No. Now whenever there is acidification or alkalification, okay, these cells they can sense ki okay আমার acidification হচ্ছে বা আমার alkalification হচ্ছে. So since they are sensing it, there is a signal, একটা signal form হয়. So this signal or the sensing of the intercalated cell will cause this exchanger proteins to swap their places, because যদি swap না করি ও তো এই পাশ থেকে তো ওখানে নিয়ে যেতে পারবে না, it will need to be close to the urinary lumen, it will need to be close to the blood vessel or capillaries to perform this function. And in case of negating the acidification, of course they needed to be on the opposite side itself. So you can understand this is a mirror image of the previous image, and you can say that they are interchanged. These receptors, nothing, everything is same, the depending upon the effects these receptors are interchanged, okay, these receptors bolte paro, pump bolte paro, exchanger proteins bolte paro, whatever, they are interchanged. So ei je interchange ta jeta hoy, it happens a very important protein, একটা খুব important protein এই কাজটা করে, after getting the signal ki what I need to do, if I need to excrete bicarb or if I need to excrete my hydrogen, okay, depending upon the need, this positioning of these pumps will happen, and if the cell is getting acidified or alkalified, this interchange will happen readily by a specific protein that is named as hensin, HENSIN. So under the influence of hensin, okay, this interchange will happen and it will act, the intercalated cell will act accordingly to negate this balance, ঠিক আছে? So very easy, একটা জানতে পারলে আর একটা বোঝা খুব ইজি, মাঝখানে ইন্টারচেঞ্জ কে করছে, হেনসিন, হয়ে গেল। সো ধরো এগুলো হলো না, আমরা এগুলো করতে পারলাম না প্রপারলি, okay, even after doing all these things, and also in case of PCT all the previous things after this, so you can see there are different mechanisms, vast area, different mechanisms here to control the bodily pH, since it has got very low and very small range, ওই রেঞ্জের একটু এপাশ এপাশ হলেই প্রবলেম হয়ে যাবে। So since they have got very small range, very low range of pH which to be maintained, so কি হয়, these interchanges are very important. But even after doing all these things, okay, it can happen that your body is not able to manage the increase in pH or decrease in pH. So then just নামগুলো শুনে রাখো, we can have অ্যাসিড বেস ডিসঅর্ডারস কোথায় আছে তোমাদের নেফ্রোলজিতে আছে whenever we will be studying just like আমরা জেনারেল ফিজিওলজি পড়ছি আকাশ স্যার বোধহয় হেমাটোলজি বা এরকম কিছু পড়াচ্ছে তো যেরকম বিভিন্ন সিস্টেম পড়াচ্ছে when we will be studying nephrology we will be understanding all this in details কেন কারণ এইগুলো সব তো নেফ্রনেই আছে তো আমরা তখন ওইখানে পুরো ডিটেইলে পড়বো জাস্ট এখানে চারটে নাম মনে রাখো if after doing all of these things whatever I have told you in previous class and today এইগুলো করার পরেও যখন বডির pH is not maintained then the body will be facing four disorders okay কি হবে either acidosis হতে পারে or alkalosis হতে পারে because we are not able to control it so there are two parts okay so either they can be metabolic or they can be কি বলে রেসপিরেটরি সো এই নামগুলো এখন তোমরা চিনতে পারছো মেটাবলিক অ্যাসিডোসিস মেটাবলিক অ্যালকালোসিস রেসপিরেটরি অ্যাসিডোসিস রেসপিরেটরি অ্যালকালোসিস সো রেসপিরেটরির ক্ষেত্রে আমার মেন ফ্যাক্টর কি ছিল কার্বন ডাই অক্সাইড আমরা অলরেডি PCO2 আগের দিন আমরা ডিসকাস করেছি সো তখন ওরা কি করবে দিস ডিজিজেস আর অ্যাকচুয়ালি ফর্ম ডিউ টু ইওর uncontrolled acid base disorders metabolic acidosis হতে পারে metabolic alkalosis হতে পারে respiratory acidosis হতে পারে respiratory alkalosis হতে পারে so these four just নামগুলো এখন জেনে রাখো কি হয় in detail কিভাবে আমরা প্রিভেন্ট করব এর জন্য ট্রিটমেন্ট প্ল্যান কি আছে এভরিথিং উইল বি স্টাডিং ইন ইওর নেফ্রোলজি ঠিক আছে আপাতত এইটুকুই ফার্স্ট ইয়ার তোমাদের এই জেনারেল ফিজিওলজির জন্য দিস মাচ ইজ এনাফ নাও এটা হয়ে গেল অ্যাসিড বেস ব্যালেন্স আমার হয়ে গেল ইফ দিস ব্যালেন্স ইজ নট অ্যাচিভড উইল বি ফেসিং দিস ডিজিজেস in detail about the diseases we'll be studying on our nephrology chapter কি যে কেউ নিতে পারে অন্য স্যারেরাও নিতে পারে আমিও নিতে পারি তখন আমরা বলে দেব সো এটা হয়ে গেল আমরা এবারে মুভ করব হ্যাঁ নরমাল ভ্যালুগুলো একবার আমাকে বলো তো তোমাদের মনে আছে কিনা তাড়াতাড়ি বলো নরমাল ভ্যালু pH এর নরমাল ভ্যালু কত 7. ওকে PCO2 নরমাল ভ্যালু বলো সব আগের দিন বলেছি খাতায় লেখা আছে বলো PCO2 নরমাল ভ্যালু বলো তো 35 to 45 mmHg 35 to 45 mmHg জেনারেল ফিজিওলজিতে এইগুলো ছোট করে জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারে বিকজ এইগুলো তোমাদের অলরেডি বলা হয়েছে এন্ড অলসো বাইকার্বের নরমাল ভ্যালু আগে ছিল okay previously it was 18 to 22 it was considered so medical field is constantly evolving so এখন আমরা কি ধরি 22 to 26 22 থেকে 26 look all these differences are very less okay PCO2 তবু একটু আছে but this is also দেখো 22 থেকে 26 very less so maintaining your acid base balance is very important যে কোনো সময় অসুবিধা হতে পারে so এটার ইউনিট কি হয় মিলি ইকুইভ্যালেন্ট পার লিটার so these are the normal values you need to know okay এই তিনটে নরমাল ভ্যালু তোমাদের একটু মনে রাখবে শর্ট কোশ্চেনে দিতে পারে এমসিকিউ তে দিতে পারে any derangement from these things will result in metabolic or respiratory acidosis or alkalosis হয়ে গেল তাহলে এবার আমরা মুভ করে যাব apoptosis and cell death now this is a huge chapter which is actually mainly present in your pathology syllabus okay but in these cases just to give you an idea about it since this is general physiology we have discussed the cellular structures cellular organelles we have discussed phagocytosis all of those things so this is also an important factor whenever there is cell injury what can happen there is bolo ki hobe whenever there is cell injury there is hamperment of homeostasis cellular homeostasis hamper হয়ে যায় so to control it body নিজের থেকে কিছু কাজ করার চেষ্টা করবে ওকে বাট সেই কাজগুলোকে আমরা কি বলছি so derangement so the pathway follows as first derangement of cellular okay so চ্যাপ্টারটার নাম হচ্ছে এখানে apoptosis sorry cell injury and apoptosis okay cell injury and apoptosis cell injury and apoptosis this is the last thing you will have in your general physiology so the pathway follows is deranged or derangement of cellular homeostasis whenever this happens body ওটাকে কন্ট্রোল করার চেষ্টা করবে, but if not prevented well, বডি এখন চেষ্টা করছে, বাট ধরো ড্যামেজটা এতটাই বেশি হয়ে গেছে, দ্য ড্যামেজ ইজ সো মাচ, ওকে, দ্য হোমিওস্ট্যাসিস ক্যান নট বি restored. If not prevented or if not restored, the cell will be injured. এতক্ষণ these were factors which were actually affecting the cellular health, but we are not able to prevent it. So what will happen? Cellular injury, just like it, ধরো তুমি খেলতে গেছো, পড়ে গেছো, কোথাও কেটে গেছে, okay, so if you have not applied medicine and all, okay, it will take large time to heal, that will be causing your injury, okay, so cellular injury. So after this cellular injury, okay, so if not prevented, so this preventive mechanism is called your cell adaptation. Whenever there is derangement, the cell adapts. So whenever this cell adaptation fails, there is cellular injury. Cell is not able to adapt, okay, so the homeostasis cannot be restored, so ultimately the cellular injury will occur. Cellular injury occur hole, okay, if the injury is irreversible. Now body is a very interesting functioning body. Ki hoy, whenever there is irreversible cellular injury, these cells are not of any work for our body, only they will be hampering our health. So body ki kore, sei cell guloke remove korar chesta kore, okay, by two procedures, okay, these procedures comes under cell death. Now death, okay, there can be suicide or homicide. Suicide korte pare cell, so there can be cellular suicide. That means cell on its own, it's thinking, okay, I am not well, I cannot live anymore, my functions are deranged and I am done. So o ki korbe, suicide kore nebe, cellular suicide. This process is called your apoptosis. So apoptosis is nothing but cellular suicide, and it can happen due to outside factors also. The cell cannot, is not dead sorry, by its own, but the other outside factors are causing the death. That will be termed as necrosis. এবার তোমরা রিলেট করতে পারছো? You have heard the term necrosis, okay, most probably you have heard the term apoptosis as well, but cell death has two types, by own, that is suicide. So apoptosis is the cell death by its own, necrosis is cell death by outside factor. There are some differences, এটাও তোমাদেরকে ছোট করে লাস্টে বলবো, 5 points in your first year, that's enough, okay, then whenever you go into pathology, এটার উপরে পুরো একটা চ্যাপ্টার আছে, তোমরা ওখানে পড়বে, okay. So this is the basic need of apoptosis. Basic need of apoptosis is whenever the cell is injured beyond repair, the body sense that এই সেলটা আমার কোনো কাজে লাগবে না, একে আমি ঠিক করতে পারছি না, let me just cut it out from my body before it causes other harms. By two processes it can happen, by outside factors, that is necrosis, and inner factor নিজে নিজেই বলছে আমি এবার সুইসাইড করব, that is called apoptosis. Now we will be studying this apoptosis in main importance today, okay, and also in your general physiology. Necrosis and all এগুলো সব তোমরা in detail এ প্যাথোলজিতে এমনি পড়বে। So apoptosis, so দেখা বোঝা গেল কেন এটার নাম cell injury and apoptosis. If there is no cell injury, apoptosis এর দরকারই নেই, there is no need to apoptosis, ঠিক আছে। So this is cell injury and apoptosis. সেলুলার ইনজুরির ব্যাপারে আমরা ডিটেইলে পরে অন্যান্য জায়গায় পড়বো, আমরা এখন অ্যাপোপ্টোসিসটা মেইনলি পড়বো, যেটা তোমাদের জেনারেল ফিজিওলজিতে আছে। দেন সো অ্যাপোপ্টোসিস ইজ নাথিং, এখানে একটা বড় ডেফিনিশন আমি লিখে এনেছি, বইতে ডেফিনিশনটা ইউ শুড মার্ক আপ, হোয়াই কোশ্চেনে আসে, সো লেখার দরকার নেই, বইতে খুব ভালোভাবে আছে, ওকে। পাথওয়ে অফ সেল ডেথ দ্যাট ইজ ইনডিউসড বাই এ টাইটলি রেগুলেটেড ইন্ট্রাসেলুলার প্রোগ্রাম ইন হুইচ the cell is destined to die. Easy, বানিয়ে যে কেউ লিখতে পারবে, বইতে ভালো ডেফিনিশন আছে, ওটা তোমরা দেখবে। So intracellular mechanism is intracellular, but pathway can be intrinsic or extrinsic. So any So what is apoptosis? It is an intracellular mechanism of programmed cell death. Okay, it is an intracellular mechanism of programmed cell death induced by cell injury, and also it means the cell is destined to die after this process. Okay, so process of cell death, this is one process of cell death by which the cell dies on its own. বোঝা গেল? খুব ইজি, ডেফিনিশন হয়ে গেল। নাও ডেফিনিশনের পর আমরা এখানে টাইপসে যাব। টাইপস, so apoptosis not exactly you can call it types, but the mechanism, types of mechanism. There are two pathways. There are two pathways. What are those? Just like I said, extrinsic pathway. That means something is coming from outside and then activating some factors which will ultimately cause cellular suicide. And intrinsic factors, that means something is already happening inside of your cell, that is causing the cell to die on its own. So the mechanism is completely intracellular, যা হয় সেলের মধ্যে হয়, whatever happens it happens inside the cell. So the mechanism might be intracellular, but the causative effects are either extrinsic or intrinsic. That's why আমরা এটাকে এইভাবে নাম দিয়েছি। কেন extrinsic কেন intrinsic বলবে এক্ষুনি তোমরা বুঝে যাবে যখন আমি এক্সপ্লেন করব। So now let's come into the basic pathway কে কিভাবে হয়, whatever happens ultimately at the end result. Okay, so there are some enzymes, very important enzymes. So this is your cell, this is your nucleus, এখানে DNA আছে, this is your mitochondria. So there are some enzymes called caspase enzymes. এখানে enzymes আছে, there are certain enzymes in cellular cytoplasm. So these enzymes are caspase group of enzymes. These caspase groups, CASPAAC, caspase. So they are actually caspase 1, 2, 3, 4, there are up to 9. Okay, a lot of caspases are there. So these caspase enzymes actually they are in inactivated form. They are in inactivated form. Whenever they are activated, they are the main factor which causes this apoptosis. Okay, so these caspase enzymes, they are normally inactive. They get activated by either your intrinsic pathway or by your extrinsic pathway. By both pathways, ultimately these caspase enzymes will be activated, which will start your cell death. Okay, and the sequelae of this mechanism. So these caspase enzymes কি করে, these caspase enzymes actually শুনেছো টুকরে টুকরে গ্যাং, তো ওরা টুকরে টুকরে গ্যাং করে দেয়, ওদেরকে ছোট ছোট ভাগ করে দেবে এরকম ভাবে। সো দে ক্লিভ দ্য সেল ফ্রম ভেরিয়াস এরিয়াস অ্যান্ড এখানে টুকরো করে দেবে। all these small areas they contains cellular membrane material, cytoplasmic material. Okay, so these all small factors they contain membranes, cytoplasm, and also parts of nucleus and other cell organelles. কেননা since এই যে ডিভিশন গুলো এরকম এরকম ভাবে ওরা ভাগ করে দেবে, so you can see that every division, every divided cell, every small cell, cleaved cell এখান থেকে ক্লিভ করছে, এখান থেকে ক্লিভ করছে। so every cleaved cell can have all the components. Okay, all the components, so they are called apoptotic bodies. Apoptosis, so apoptotic bodies. So the sequelae is formation of apoptotic bodies, and based on previous classes বলো তো এই ছোট ছোট বডি গুলো কিভাবে হবে, কিভাবে নষ্ট হবে? phagocytosis. Phagocytes will come, ওরা সেন্স করবে, কিভাবে সেন্স করবে লাস্টে আমরা দেখব। but whatever will happen, these apoptotic bodies are finally consumed or engulfed by your phagocytes. since they know কি এগুলোর আর কোনো কাজ নেই, I have to remove it. remove কিভাবে করবে? by phagocytosis. so phagocytes they engulf, okay, these apoptotic bodies, and finally the procedure is complete. now this is just an overview. এবার আমরা ডিটেইলে আসবো by how this extrinsic pathway and intrinsic pathway are activating these caspase enzymes, and after activating these caspase enzymes how the apoptotic bodies are formed. Okay, এই জিনিসটা আজকে আমরা পড়ব. This is the main thing you have to know. It's actually very easy. Okay, তাড়াতাড়ি করে বলবো, তোমরা বুঝবে বা লিখবে যা ইচ্ছা করবে. Now let's start by our intrinsic and extrinsic pathways. Now লেখো, both intrinsic and extrinsic pathways have two factors or two divisions. One is initiation and another one is execution. So two phases are noticed in both extrinsic and intrinsic pathways. One is initiation and one is execution. Now this execution is same for extrinsic and intrinsic pathways. So both will have your initiation phase. Now আমরা mechanism এর ডিটেইলে ঢুকছি. We are getting in detail mechanism. Okay, both will have initiation phase and both will have execution phase. Okay, now in case of extrinsic and intrinsic, this initiation part is different. So it has its own extrinsic initiation and intrinsic initiation are different, but execution is same. Execution is same for both the factors. So first we will be discussing extrinsic initiation, then we will be seeing intrinsic initiation, and finally আমরা একসাথে এক্সিকিউশনটা পড়ে পুরো প্রসেস কমপ্লিট করব. ঠিক আছে, তো কি হবে এক্সট্রিনসিক পাথওয়ে, কি হয় এক্সট্রিনসিক আমরা শুরু করি. Now this is your cell. So this is our extrinsic initiation. কিভাবে ইনিশিয়েট হচ্ছে, this is your cell, this is your cell membrane. Inside there are other structures. Inside there are other structures. What structures you need to understand? সেটা হচ্ছে এখানে নিউক্লিয়াস আছে, এখানে মাইটোকন্ড্রিয়া আছে. Now in case of extrinsic pathway হচ্ছে গিয়ে this mitochondrial membrane permeability. এই যে mitochondrial membrane আছে, in between এটা mitochondrial external membrane, like I said mitochondrial in external membrane একটা থাকে, there is another internal membrane. ওদের মধ্যে এরিয়াটাকে কি বলেছিলাম, intermembranous space. I have already told you it contains various enzymes. Okay, one of these enzymes are actually will be responsible to activate these caspase enzymes. Okay, so you can see the mechanism is completely intracellular, but it can be initiated either by extrinsic factors, যেটা আমরা এখন ডিসকাস করব. extrinsic initiation, কিভাবে extrinsic initiation হচ্ছে. So it can happen via specific receptors. Specific receptors, they are called as death receptors. Okay, so these death receptors are of two types. One is your TNF proteins. তোমরা পড়বে পরে TNF alpha এসব. So now just know these death receptors are either TNF proteins or they are your fast protein, FAS, fast proteins. These TNF proteins or your fast proteins, by help of them the death receptors, they are called the death receptors, this initiation is ultimately done. So কি হয়, one ligand from outside comes with the signal. This is protein ligand. So whenever a cell is irreversibly injured, it sends signal ki okay this I am defective. Okay, or the body sends signal ki this cell is defective, you need to cut it or you need to destroy it. So ki hobe, বাইরে থেকে there are some protein ligands, they will come. Since these protein ligands are coming from outside of the cell, so the initiation is from the outside. That's why all the mechanism will happen inside. So that's an intracellular mechanism which I have said you in the definition. But protein ligands, they are coming from outside and initiating. So this is your extrinsic initiation. ওরা সেলের মধ্যে ছিল না, ওরা বাইরে থেকে আসছে. That's why they are called extrinsic initiation by this protein ligands. So these protein ligands will ultimately come and কি হবে, এখানে একটা খুব সিম্পল প্রসিডিওর আছে. প্রসিডিওরটা হচ্ছে these protein ligands will come. Now this TNF proteins and fast proteins, they are present in cellular membrane like that. So this is your cell membrane. এই জায়গাটাকে আমি একটু বড় করে আঁকি. Okay, so this is your cell membrane. So the protein like the death receptor membrane receptors ওরা এখানে এরকম ভাবে থাকবে. Okay, let us take the example. ধরো এটা হচ্ছে কি আমার TNF. So another TNF are there. So there are actually some gaps between these receptors. দেখবে এখানে একটা গ্যাপ থাকে. So this gaps is primarily present until this ligand is coming. So now ligand is coming over here. ও কি করছে? This ligand is binding with these death receptors. এর সাথে bind করে আছে. Okay, same thing happens with your proteins also. কোন protein? First protein. So this is your first protein. Okay, these structures are symbolic. They doesn't look like that. This is symbolic structure. They will also have gap in between them. Okay, so this is your TNF, this is your FAS, first proteins. So what will happen? This ligand will again come and bind over here. এই যে ligand গুলো এখানে আসছে. Okay, so this ligand will come and bind. This ligand comes and bind. কি করছে এই ligand গুলো এসে? They will make these gaps disappear. ওরা একসাথে এদেরকে combine করে দেবে. So first ligand comes, binds with FAS fast proteins or TNF factors, which are death receptors present in your cell membrane. কি হবে? Ultimately, as a result, this TNF or FAS inside the cell membrane, they will get clumped. ওরা একে অন্যের সাথে চলে আসবে. They will get clumped. So দেখো these TNFs are clumped and this is now your ligand. This ligand. Similarly, এখানেও তাই হবে. These fast proteins will be clumped together with the help of this ligand. এটা হচ্ছে আমার ligand. So similar thing will happen in case of your fast proteins, and this is the first signal that the extrinsic initiation has started, right? So fast proteins and TNF, this ligand will come, they will make them like that, একসাথে করে দেবে. They reduce, don't only reduce, they completely destroy the gaps. They cause this unification of TNF and FAS, not unification, ওরা একসাথে আনে পাশাপাশি, clumping বলতে পারো, clumping of these TNFs and FAS proteins. So এটার পরে কি হবে? This is a signal for this caspase. This is a signal for this caspases. Now there were caspases. তো যখনই আমার এখানে এরকম ক্লাম্পড হয়ে যাচ্ছে, সো নাও ভাবো এখানে এরকম ক্লাম্পড হয়ে আছে, আইদার TNF ক্লাম্পড হয়ে আছে নয়তো ফার্স্ট ক্লাম্পড হয়ে আছে. সো এই যে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় এইভাবে এরা ক্লাম্পড হয়ে আছে, দিস ক্যাসপেস সেন্সেস দ্যাট, কারণ এরা তো এরকম ভাবে ক্লাম্পড হয়ে আছে. তো দেয়ার উইল বি অ্যান আউটসাইড এরিয়া, দেয়ার উইল বি অ্যান ইনার এরিয়া. এই ইনার এরিয়াটাকেই এই যে ক্যাসপেস এনজাইম যারা থাকছে, এই ক্যাসপেস এনজাইম, দে আর সেন্সিং ki okay, the TNFs and FAS, they are clamped, so actually they will be activated. Like I said, these caspase enzymes normally they are inactivated. If they were activated from the start, the cell to shuru thekei disintegrated hoye jeto, tai na? But shuru thekei, from the beginning, the cell isn't disintegrated because these caspases are inactive. But after this bundleification of the TNF and also the FAS, with the help of these ligands, now they will sense and they will get activated. They will sense ki okay, the extrinsic initiation has started, now ami amar baki kaj korbo, I will be doing my remaining work and finish the process. So after this, the caspases get activated, and after the caspases get activated, কি হয়? Similar, they will cleave the cell, then they will cleave the cell into apoptotic bodies, এখানে এঁকেছিলাম, and then phagocytosis will happen. So this is your extrinsic initiation. বোঝা গেল? Very easy, কিছু নেই. ligand আসবে, ক্লাম্প করবে, death receptorদের ক্লাম্প করে দেবে, TNF protein, FAS proteins, okay, and then after that এরা হচ্ছে গিয়ে যখনই ক্লাম্প হয়ে যাবে দিস ক্যাসপেজ উইল সেন্স দ্য ক্লাম্পিং, ওরা এখানে প্রেজেন্ট আছে ভেতরে, ওকে ইন সাইটোপ্লাজম দিস আর প্রেজেন্ট, দে উইল সেন্স কে ওকে দিস ক্লাম্পিং ইজ হ্যাপেনিং, সো নাও আই হ্যাভ টু keep doing my finishing work, I have to be activated. So only this caspases get activated only after they will be unified. Okay, এই সিগন্যাল এই যে ইউনিফিকেশন যদি না হয়, ligand যদি না আসে, if the ligand doesn't come, if this unification doesn't happen, the caspases will not sense anything, they will keep remaining inactivated. Once they sense it, only then it gets to do their next line of work. So this is how the extrinsic initiation, extrinsic কেন, because the ligand was coming from outside, সেই জন্য ওটাকে বলছে extrinsic initiation. So এবার আমরা কি করব, intrinsic initiation পড়ব, extrinsic initiation is done. So now let's go on to are very important in case of extrinsic initiation, since I have told you caspases 1 2 3 4 অনেক থাকে, which caspase are getting activated first in case of this caspase 8, which caspase is getting activated, caspase 8, okay, caspase 8 get activated via extrinsic pathway, which caspase, so caspases লেখা ভুল হবে, caspase 8. so যদি তোমরা একটা পাথওয়ে এরকম ভাবে করো, ligand clumping of, okay, gets into receptor, clumping of receptors, then clumping or sensed by caspase 8, and inactivated caspase 8 is transformed into activated caspase 8, and finally they will be cleaving all the things, okay, যেটা আমরা execution phase এ পড়বো. So this is the initiation, এই যে activate হয়ে গেল, initiation is done. Which caspase gets activated in extrinsic pathway, caspase 8, okay. So intrinsic, এবার আমরা intrinsic এ যাব, তাড়াতাড়ি করে আমরা intrinsic এ যাই. Intrinsic এ কি হবে, the cellular signal, so this signal was coming from outside, okay, ligand is the initiation of the signal, and ligand is the initiating factor of the signal. What ligands? Protein ligands, okay, these are protein ligands. Now intrinsic pathway, whatever will happen intracellularly. So again the same structure, এখানে একটা সেল intrinsic, এখানে একটা সেল আছে, এখানে একটা সেল মেমব্রেন আছে, এখানে একটা মাইটোকন্ড্রিয়া আছে, এখানে প্রোটিন আছে, আর এখানে আছে নিউক্লিয়াস, যেখানে আমার আছে ডিএনএ. সো ইন্ট্রিনসিকে কি হচ্ছে, this whenever this cellular damage is beyond repair, mainly this intrinsic pathway depends upon nuclear damage or cellular damage inside. So whenever this DNA is beyond repair, so in which situations, কি কি সিচুয়েশন হতে পারে, যেখানে ধরো ডিএনএ ড্যামেজ হয়ে গেছে, ড্যামেজ অফ ডিএনএ, ড্যামেজ অফ আদার অর্গানেলস, ড্যামেজ অফ নিউক্লিয়াস, okay, damage of nucleus, all these things, all these damages, if they are irreversible, the body will sense, okay, I need to cut it. So extrinsic থেকে ওদের মতো ওরা পাথওয়ে করছে, আর ইন্ট্রিনসিকেও এরা তখন শুরু করে দেবে. Now since the structures inside the cell are injured, okay, cellular injury already বলেছি, so now there is a very important, ওখানে আমার ছিল factors, there are death factors, death receptors or death recepting factors. এখানে আমার আছে cytochrome C, very important intermembranal protein. These are outside membrane of mitochondria, this is inside membrane of mitochondria. I have already told you intermembranous mitochondrial space contains lot of enzymes, lot of proteins. Similarly, one mitochondrial intermembranous proteins, intermembranous mitochondrial, intermembranous কেন বলছি, because they are present between the outside membrane and inner membrane, okay. So intermembranous proteins, intermembranous mitochondrial proteins, এখানে কি আছে, cytochrome C, cytochrome C, okay. So this cytochrome C is the responsible one, in this case to cause the activation of caspases. But cytochrome C as usual ওখানে inactive থাকে। যদি এটা active থাকতো, ওকে, and যদি এটা easily এখান থেকে বেরিয়ে যেত, सोचो कि cytochrome C इधर है, वो अपना मर्जी से इधर उधर निकल गया, whenever they will getting into cytoplasm they will activate caspase, caspase activate হলে কি হবে, cell cleave হয়ে যাবে, the cell will be cleaved. So to prevent that there are some guide proteins, GUARD, okay, this is not GERD, that's different disease. So guide proteins, why? Because they are guarding as a, you know, outside, এখানে ওরা গাইড করছে for what? For preventing the cytochrome C. He is saying ki cytochrome C, you know, stay in this intermembranous space, please don't go outside without any reason, because there is no signal that the cell is damaged. In a normal cell, okay, these guard proteins will prevent cytochrome C to be released from this intermembranous space into this cellular cytoplasm. If it happens, it will readily go and activate caspases, cleaving will happen. So बिना वजह तुम्हारा सेल खत्म हो गया, ये तो नहीं होना दे सकता ना, तो इसीलिए these guard proteins actually prevent cytochrome C not to be released from that intermembranous area. So this guard protein, very important guard protein, okay, they are keeping us alive, नहीं तो बिना मतलब के cytochrome C हमें मार देता अंदर से. What are those guard proteins? এদের খুব বাজে বাজে নাম আছে, ঠিক আছে, মনে রাখবে নামগুলো, BCL2, BCLX, there are also other things named as MCL, okay, MCL proteins are also there and also other আছে, আমি একবারে একটা লাস্টে ছোট করে বলে দেব, আপাতত they are examples, okay, BCL2, BCLX, MCL. So proteins like that, they will be preventing the cytochrome C to be released. Now whenever there is cellular injury, ধরো এই যে এখানে DNA injury হয়েছে, কি হবে, they provide a signal ki okay, I am injured, I don't want to live anymore, I am compromised, so please make me dead. Only then there will be some other proteins, they will be coming, ora ederke eshe bolbe, they will come and tell them okay, you go, okay, let us function and let us release the cytochrome C, you have done enough, now we have to work. So there will be now activating proteins, okay, or they are called opening guards, egulo specific term noy, opening guard specific term noy, I am just saying because they opens this area. So these guard proteins are normally preventing it. Whenever there is injury, cytoplasmic injury, DNA injury, nuclear injury, there will be a signal to the mitochondria ki okay, enough is enough, now release that cytochrome C so that the cell can be destroyed. Okay, so notice all of these things are not happening by outside products, body is itself sensing, body is sending the ligand from outside, body is sending the signal, all of it is happening on by own of the cell of the body. নিজের থেকে যখন ডিস্ট্রাকশন নিজেকে কেউ করে আমরা ওটাকে কি বলি, সুইসাইড। সেই জন্য সেলুলার অ্যাপোপ্টোসিস ইজ এ প্রসেস অফ সেলুলার সুইসাইড, ওই জন্যই আমরা বলছি সুইসাইড। ওকে, বাইরে থেকে কেউ এসে মেরে দিচ্ছে না, নিজেরাই নিজেরা যা করার করছে। সো দে উইল বি সেন্ডিং সিগন্যাল হলে when the damage is irreversible they will be signaling আমি আর ঠিক হতে পারছি না, I will not be all right again, so please make me dead. কারা চলে আসছে, so 4 proteins, multiple proteins they come, okay, there are actually 7 to 8, remember 4 for now, 2 3 4 for now, very bad names, bugs, beam, like that, okay, they are named like that, bugs, buck, beam and bad, BAD. There are also other 3 or 4, আমি পরে বলবো, আপাতত এই চারটের নাম মনে রাখো, buck, BAK, BAX, BIM, BAD. These are some proteins, they are activating proteins, they are activating guards which opens the mitochondria, opens the mitochondrial membrane, এই যে or destroys the mitochondrial membrane, এখানে একটা destroy করে বা ওপেন করে দেয়। এবার তাহলে কি হবে, এই যে সাইটোক্রোম সি এখানে ওরা আসছে, bugs, they are coming, okay, they are coming, they are causing this outside membrane of your mitochondria to be dissociated, so that now this cytochrome C is released in your cytoplasm. And finally, যেই cytochrome C cytoplasm এ রিলিজ হয়ে গেল অমনি ক্যাসপেজরা ছিল, they understood ki okay, cytochrome C has come, now we have to be activated. Previously these caspases were sensing via extrinsic pathway ki okay, these TNFs and these other fast proteins, they are getting clumped, so now I have to be activated. In this case they are saying ki okay, cytochrome C has come, so I have to be activated. So here the activating factor is cytochrome C, which is normally in a normal cell prevented by BCL2, BCLX, MCL, things like that, guide proteins. But whenever there is irreversible damage, Bucks, beam bud, they comes into action. Okay, these proteins come into action, they release the cytochrome C into cytoplasm, and the caspases, now the caspase which gets activated via this. Now why intrinsic, দেখো এখানে কিন্তু বাইরে থেকে কেউ আসছে না, there are no ligands, no receptors, nothing, whatever is happening, the signal is happening from inside, সেজন্য এটাকে আমরা বলছি intrinsic pathway, very easy. তো এবারে কি হবে, caspase activate হবে, the caspase which is activated via intrinsic pathway is called caspase 8. Okay, caspase 8, no, sorry, caspase 8 was in case of extrinsic pathway, in case caspase 9. Okay, caspase 9, so normally it is inactivated caspase 9 are present. Okay, but whenever they যখনই দেখছে যে সাইটোক্রোম চলে এসছে, they will be activated into active caspase 9, active caspase 9, and then other functions will happen. Now এখানে একটা ছোট্ট mechanism আছে, there is a little mechanism of this activation. Previously there was no mechanism, caspase 8 was directly converting, okay, noticing the changes in the clumps, but here normally now caspase 9, it is inactivated via something, there are some things which prevents this caspase 9 to be activated, it remains with his partner, ওর পার্টনারের সাথে থাকে, সেই পার্টনারটার নাম হচ্ছে APAF1. So whenever this caspase 9 is combined with his partner, वो उल्टा पुल्टा काम नहीं करेगा, उसका पार्टनर है, उसका पार्टनर का नाम है APAF1, apoptosis activating factor 1. So this caspase 9 is with its partner APAF1, apoptosis activating factor 1, APAF এর full form হচ্ছে এটা. So since they are together, it will not do any kind of bad things. Okay, but cytochrome C comes, cytochrome C is the person who will take away, ওকে নিয়ে চলে যাবে, চলো আমার সাথে. Okay, cytochrome C will come and take away APAF, so caspase will say okay, I have to be activated now because its partner is no more with him, so he gets activated. Cytochrome C, তো cytochrome C এর কাজটা কি, কিভাবে অ্যাক্টিভেট করে? Cytochrome C activates caspase 9 by taking away its APAF1, which actually keeps this caspase 9 inactivated. Whenever there is this combination, is present in a normal cell, this combination is present. Cytochrome C, whenever they are releasing, they go into caspase 9 and APAF complex, they take away the APAF, so that the limit, so this ultimately this APAF1 was the limiting factor for the caspase to be activated. They were preventing the caspase 9 to be inactivated, they keep them from being bad, but since she is not with him no more, ও এবার বাজে হয়ে যাবে, so caspase 9 will be activated. So ultimately now active caspase 9 is formed, and then it will do other things. So this is your intrinsic pathway completed. Okay, caspase 9 activate হয়ে গেল, from extrinsic pathway caspase 8 was activated. So your extrinsic initiation, this is the end of initiation of intrinsic pathway. So extrinsic initiation done, intrinsic initiation done, now we will be moving into execution. Initiation হয়ে গেল, so execution is very easy, happens together. So আমি একসাথে বলবো, এটা বোঝা গেল তো? না বোঝার কিছু নেই, এতক্ষণ ধরে বলেছি. সো নরমালি কি বলেছি, ওটার নাম কি ছিল? সিকির বলো. caspase 9 কার সাথে থাকে FF on APAF1 apoptosis activating factor 1 cytochrome C takes away the APAF1 so now caspase 9 says ki okay I'll be doing what I have to do I am single now ও বাকি কাজ করে how কি করে করছে এইবার আমরা আসবো from এবার আমরা আসবো the execution is similar in both cases via extrinsic pathway your sorry active caspase 9 from intrinsic factor or intrinsic pathway your active caspase কি ছিল বলো 8 ছিল okay so this is your execution how the execution happens execution তো এখনো হয়নি only the initiation is happened execution এখনো হয়নি cell এখনো divide হয়নি এইবার হবে activate caspase 9 and sorry activated caspase 9 or active caspase active or activated whatever term you can use they will come and they will activate another two caspases that is your caspase 3 and caspase 7 baba so caspase 3 so they were also inactive now when this caspase 3 and caspase 7 they sense ki okay caspase 9 is activated and caspase 8 is activated as a chain reaction this caspase 3 and caspase 7 is activated so in initiation phase the caspases activated were 9 and 8 okay the only caspases to be activated in execution phase the first caspases to be activated are 3 and 7 অনেক সময় short note এ জিজ্ঞেস করে okay what are the first caspases which get activated in execution phase your answer will be not caspase 3 not caspase 7 your answer will be both caspase 3 and caspase 7 no other caspases okay only this is your answer this will be your answer the first caspases to be activated in execution phase are caspase 3 and caspase 7 this in turn in chain reaction will activate all the other caspases so activate all other caspases so these caspases are present in cellular cytoplasm সবাই যখন অ্যাক্টিভ হয়ে যাবে then these caspases will finally all the activated caspases will cleave the cell into different areas ওরা এরকম ভাবে ক্লিভ করবে they will cleaving the cell in different areas creating small apoptotic bodies okay and finally they will be engulfed by phagocytes okay so this is the execution phase now তুমি হঠাৎ করে now you can ask কি স্যার caspase এখানে ক্লিভ করে দিল and phagocytosis বুঝে গেল how will they understand there will be a signal sent to the phagocytes okay so little bit of mechanism still left 1 মিনিটের ব্যাপার বলছি phagocytes how do the phagocytes sense ki okay the cell is cleaved the apoptotic bodies are formed ki hoy in a normal cell already আমি already বলেছি cellular membrane there is phospholipid bilayer so inside there are one phospholipid that is phosphatidylserine তোমাদের আমরা প্রথম দিনই বলেছিলাম সেলুলার মেমব্রেনের ইয়েতে স্ট্রাকচারে কি থাকে ওখানে বলেছিলাম একটা দেখবে phosphatidylserine থাকে so this phosphatidylserine usually they are present on the inner surface membrane okay inner membrane of the cell দেখো this is your cell so এই জায়গাটাকে যদি আমরা এরকম ভাবে নিই so this is your this area so here এই যে এখানে ছোট ছোট cell membrane এর ভেতরের পার্টে on the inside part of your cell membrane this phosphatidylserine is present now whenever there is small cleave cells okay they will not have the similar structure they will have এবার এটাকে যদি আমি এখানে নিই this structure will show something like this is your cell membrane এই যে phosphatidylserine গুলো বাইরে চলে যাবে okay So invertification of cell membrane happens, cell membrane invert হয়ে যায়, okay, invertification of cell membrane happens, or এটাকে আরেকটা আমরা টার্ম দিতে পারি externalization of phosphatidylserine. It was internalized, externalization of phosphatidylserine, externalization or inversion, inversion of phosphatidylserine, but externalization is a better word to use because এক কথায় ও বলে দিচ্ছে যে কি হচ্ছে, externalization means it is getting externalized. এইবার whenever this phosphatidylserine are getting externalized, so these are now looking like this, এই বাইরে আছে, now the phagocytes ওরা বাইরে থেকে now they can understand, এবার ওরা সেন্স করতে পারছে, রাইট, ওরা তো এখান থেকে বাইরে থেকে ঢুকবে, the phagocytes will be coming from outside. now the phagocytes, এখানে একটা phagocytes আছে, ওই ফ্যাগোসাইটসটা এবার বলছে যে আমি এবার আসবো, এই যে ফ্যাগোসাইটস গুলো আছে ওরা এবার এখানে আসছে, ওদেরকে সেন্স করছে, since they are present now outside, the externalization is happening, these phagocytes are coming and these phagocytes are sensing and then they will be coming in here, ওরা তখন আসছে and now they are engulfing. Whenever these things show externalization of phosphatidylserine, the phagocyte understands ki okay, the externalization has happened, so now this, you know, this small part or this small apoptotic body is ready for my feeding, okay, is ready for my feeding. এই ready এটা কি করে বুঝবে, by sensing the externalized phosphatidylserine, which in normal case are present internally, but after activation of all these things, after the formation of cleaved small apoptotic bodies, they will be externalized in these apoptotic bodies and phagocytes will come and they sense ki okay, these are externalized, so now I can eat this whole thing, দিয়ে ওদেরকে খেয়ে নেবে, they will engulf and this process is called phagocytosis of your apoptotic bodies. Now very important, অনেকক্ষণ হয়ে গেছে, তাড়াতাড়ি করে একটা ছোট্ট জিনিস বাকি আছে, সেটা হচ্ছে difference between necrosis and apoptosis. Now you can see since all of these things are phagocyzed, okay, there is no leakage of cytoplasm because all of them are getting engulfed. So little difference, small differences তোমরা already জানো, apoptosis and necrosis পাঁচটা difference সেট করে লেখো. One is, so apoptosis is a বুঝতেই পারছো single cell mechanism, apoptosis and necrosis তাড়াতাড়ি লেখো, এটা 10 সেকেন্ড লাগবে. It is a single cell mechanism or cell which are present in small clusters, and these are multi-cell mechanism. Necrosis is a multi-cell mechanism. Second difference is no cytoplasmic leakage. Apoptosis, in case of apoptosis, the phagocytes, it is completely engulfing and destroying it, so no cytoplasmic leakage on the interstitial spaces or intercellular spaces. In here there will be leakage. Why? Because কেন লিকেজ হচ্ছে, because cell membrane is intact. এখানে দেখো, the cell membrane is not destroyed, it is inverted, it is externalized, but cell membrane intact. Since the cell membrane is intact and the intact cell membrane is phagocyzed, there will be no cytoplasmic leakage, no cytoplasm leaked or no cytoplasmic leakage. So that is because of the cell membrane is intact. So এখানে leakage কেন হয়? Because there is rupture of cell membrane. So by necrosis there is rupture of cell membrane. So এই যে সেল আছে, যদি এখানে মেমব্রেন রাপচার হয়ে যায়, সাইটোপ্লাজম বাইরে লিকেজ হয়ে যাবে, ওকে, আর এখানে কি হচ্ছিল, জাস্ট এক্সটার্নালাইজেশন হচ্ছিল, এরকম ছিল, সেখান থেকে বাইরে চলে গেল. So leakage of cell membrane is happening, and whenever there is leakage, so cytoplasm is retained here, cytoplasm is retained inside the cell, and here the cytoplasm is leaked cytoplasm. And finally, whenever there is cytoplasm leakage in the interstitial spaces যখনই আমার কিছু লিকেজ হবে, whenever it was fluid, it was causing edema, তাই তো, and whenever it is cytoplasmic leakage, it will cause inflammation. Edema is actually একটা inflammation cause করে. So in case of necrosis there is inflammation. inflammation due to cytoplasmic leakage. Okay, and যেখানে যেহেতু এখানে cytoplasmic leakage হচ্ছে না, cytoplasm is retained inside the small apoptotic bodies only, no inflammation is seen, it is completely natural procedure, no inflammation is seen, your body will not even notice, you will not even notice from outside, automatic এটা হয়. Okay, so no inflammation is seen in case of apoptosis, this is suicide. Okay, and whenever the execution comes from outside factors, necrosis, inflammation will happen because leakage of cytoplasm into the interstitial spaces. 5 differences: single cell, cytoplasm leaked because cell membrane is intact, cytoplasm is retained, and finally because of that no inflammation. For now these 5 are easy to understand and easy to remember. In pathology there are 10-12 differences যেগুলো তোমরা সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে পড়বে, ঠিক আছে? This is your general physiology completed. Okay.